Alright, so here I've got my eBay degree wheel, okay? And I've got the piston at top dead center. I've verified with a screwdriver through the spark plug hole that the piston is at top dead center. And then down in here on my timing gears, there's two dots, one on the top timing gear, one on the bottom timing gear, and those dots line up, and that's double verification that the piston is at top dead center. So I put the degree wheel on here, but I had no marker. So all I did was I used a piece of an old aluminum window frame, C-clamped here, and it was easy to bend to meet up with top dead center, and then I just used a straight edge to mark exactly where TDC is. So over here, rather than use my micrometer, my dial micrometer, to try to get down in there on top of the flat tappet, I just rigged something up. This is an old piece of sheet metal I got from an old dryer, and somehow or another I got it rigged to that. And I've got two push rods on top of the flat tappet lifters. And then come over here so we can see. I did my best to zero out the micrometer by turning this dial. This actually has a little wobble to it, so you can see that as this thing wobbles, I'm going to be, 0.02 of a degree off one way or the other. Can you see those numbers on there, or no, not really? All right, great. I'm going to see if I can put this right here. See if you can get the numbers on that dial micrometer. That push. So I'm going to go around. Well, I guess I had it way off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the dial micrometer and try to get it, the needle, to line up with the zero.
I'll be right back.
Take your time, my man. Alright, so I've adjusted the micrometer so that zero is at the bottom. And the camshaft is not lifting the valve at all, or the lifter at all. So I'm going to start to rotate it. Rotate the engine. I've got no spark plugs in at all, so it's easy to rotate with my hands. So as that goes up, I'm going to bring it back to zero. Now let's take a look at where that valve actually starts to open here. So that where that valve actually starts to open is at 20. Can you see that, or is there not enough light?
Yeah, you can see that.
All right, great. Is at 21 degrees before top dead center, because top dead center is right here. So intake opens at 21 degrees before top dead center. But we need to get the actual measurement at 5/100 of an inch lift. So we're going to bring that up to 5/100 of an inch. Oh, can I get it on 5/100? That's about right. So the next measurement is intake opens at 0.05 inches at, what is the reading? 15 degrees before top dead center. We're going to continue to roll the engine around here. You can see the micrometer going up, 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 up. And that is the top, I do believe. It starts to come back down again. So I'm going to back it up to the top again and try to find the peak of that lobe. That looks like, wait a minute, somewhere in there. Right about there's the peak of that lobe. So you've got the intake lobe peaking at 100 degrees. After top dead center. Intake peaks at 100 degrees after top dead center. And I'm going to bring it back around until it starts to drop again. Looks like I accidentally moved my pathetic excuse for a bracket here. It's still pretty close. So I'm going to bring this back to 5/100 of an inch open. So the intake is back to 0.05 open at 125 degrees before top dead center. And completely closed at looks like I'm couple thousandths of an inch off here, but you get the idea. Intake is closed at 95 degrees before top dead center. .95 degrees before top dead center. So most people are using the 5/100ths of an inch. So we would take, let's see, 15 degrees BTDC open. That's at 0.05. And then intake back to 0.05 open at 125 degrees BTDC. When it's closing at 0.05. That actually went all the way around, so you got to take 360 minus 125 for no, wait a minute,
235.
Thank you. 235 plus 15 equals
260. No.
250.
No. Yeah.
250 degrees intake duration, I think. Either way, I'm going to edit out any mistakes later. Thanks.